Akosia Kunidi Yadam has joined us on the set this morning, and we're going to be talking about traveling and eating and what the important things you need to know on the move, as far as eating nutrition is concerned. Let's welcome her. Akosia,
yes.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You're very happy because I didn't call you Abigail this morning.
Well, what's that? Okay. Good morning.
Yeah, why is it even important to consider, foods to eat and not to eat whilst traveling?
Once we were traveling and we were going by bus, and when the 10 minutes was up for us to come back.
You mean when you had a break?
Yes.
Okay.
We were just waiting for someone to join us.
Okay.
And this man wouldn't come. Obviously, when he came, it was like he was using the loo.
Okay.
So it has everything. It had everything to do with his gastric health as far as that trip was concerned. Because at a particular point in time, you realized that the man was uncomfortable.
So the
and
bus
needed a break.
The bus had done a stopover. What do they call it? Rest stop.
Yes.
Yeah, bus had done a rest stop. People had gone out of the bus to stretch their legs, grab something to eat and all that. And then the man delayed in coming back because there was an issue. Okay.
Yes, there was an issue. And this is somebody who earlier on had made the bus stop. So the bus had stopped twice because of this man.
Okay. And
at the rest stop, he got off and he was delaying. So one man was like, "You've been stopping this bus for twice, I think 3 times or twice, and then you go down and you go and take granola soup. Do you want to waste our time for the rest of the hours we need to be on the trip?" So it means that it is not everything that you need to be eating
when you are on the
on the road or even in the air or in the skies. You have to really be mindful of what you are putting in you, because if it's going to upset your tummy, and there is no way that can happen in a bus, for instance, for people on the road, it means that you are going to make things uncomfortable for other passengers or people. And so we need to be sure of what we are eating to make sure that at least we can be sustained. I, for one, before I leave the house or dress up, I have to use the washroom before I even have my shower and then dress up. But it is not something a lot of people have been programmed to do, because this started with me even as a child. So you have people walking out or traveling for 3 days, they've not even used the washroom. If you are upset by what you are eating, it can be a lot of problems for you. So you just have to be careful. There are some quick points I want us to quickly
let's go ahead.
Zoom in. So you take breakfast home. Now, breakfast, you needed to break that fast, as in you slept. If, let's say, I have to travel this morning, or this morning I had to go somewhere, I have to make sure I am eating my breakfast to make sure I am well cushioned, and it should be something which is balanced. The balanced diet will make sure you have all the groups in there. So for the Ghana Health Service or the WHO, we go with the 4-star diet. Now you have one from the staples, you have something from the animal protein, you have something from the legumes family, or what we call the pulses, nuts and seeds. And then you have another from the fruits and vegetables category, and then essential fat or healthy fat also from another category. So a classical example, I can decide to have omelette. Okay. Eggs are good food to eat when you are traveling. They sustain you, they make you feel fuller. So the clue is to make sure you have a lot. They are all part of the points: high fiber and then high protein. So that is what it is. Omelette will make sure you have a lot of fiber as far as the vegetables in there are concerned. And then the egg in itself is a first-class protein. So I have my omelette and then 2 slices of toasted bread. I want to go whole, because the idea here is to make sure I have a lot of fiber. It makes me fuller. It cushions me for the period I have to be on the road, to prevent me from going for other foods or craving for other foods. So you need to go in for something healthy, my omelette, and then you can have, let's say, a cup of Milo.
Okay.
You have milk in there. Milo comes with sugar on its own, and then the cocoa. Very, very also good, because chocolates are also good.
Yeah.
So because of the cocoa in there. So you can have this for your breakfast and then set off. That is for the breakfast. Have some water to stay hydrated. The fact that I'm traveling doesn't mean that I have to cut off my body as my body's supply for water.
People are wary of wee breaks, so it's like I don't want to have to, especially for my public transport, I don't want to have to stop too often. You know, how do you manage this?
Because that's why there are rest stops. And if this is nature's call, I think for it's understandable. So if I have to, I for one, I don't know, I've trained myself so well that until we get to a rest stop, I am not going to make somebody's life unbearable. You don't have to be gulping water like you would do when you are in city where you can quickly dash out and then there is a washroom. You can be sipping on the water. I said stay hydrated. So you need to make sure you are gradually taking water, so that if I have to be on the road for, let's say, 8 hours, supposing I decide to go by road from Accra to Tamale or to Paga.
Yeah.
So am I saying that because it's such a long distance and trip, I don't have to, like the city caravan? Are you saying when they are on the caravan, you can't go like I want to? We moving all the way from regions to regions or places to places. Obviously, there will be a need for that to happen, but be sipping on it so that you can make up for your daily need as far as water is concerned, because you need water for the body's functions to happen. Yeah, so you stay hydrated. 4 of the 500 ml bottle size, that is ideally how much you need, equivalent to the 8 glasses specification by the World Health Organization and the Ghana Health Service. And then you take plenty of high fiber, high protein snacks.
Okay.
That's where I am particular about. We have images to that. I don't know if we can.
High fiber, high protein.
High protein.
So like what?
So let's say I have a bottle of smoothie with me. Healthy smoothie. I can have some spinach and broccoli with apples, maybe one finger of banana, then blended with something like coconut water or any dairy that I think I'm comfortable with. But with the dairy, you have to be careful because it can create an upset for you if you are not really careful with it. So if your tummy is kind of nice to you, it's about your body and you knowing your body more than I would know your body. For me, my body may be able to accommodate it. For another person, just taking that can trigger a lot of gastric issues. And so you should know your body and know what to go in for. To play safe and not have to deal with anything that has to do with dairy, you can just have some watermelons. And then you can just have some fruits with you. So I can go with banana and then go with my peanuts, my almonds. The dry fruits are good for you as far as you being on the road or you traveling is concerned. And the focus is not just on the dry foods, it's to also push the right nutrition into you. Now, when you take the pulses, nuts and seed or almonds and the group they fall under the legumes family. The legumes, they have some amount of protein, but that is plant-based. Very healthier as far as you trying to make sure nutrition is attended to is concerned. And it doesn't load a lot of discomfort. It doesn't come with discomfort. A classical example is you deciding to go in for, let's say, almond milk, and me deciding to go for full cream milk. The difference as far as one having a gastric issues or an upset is concerned is higher for
Which one is higher?
For somebody, for somebody who had a full cream one, because of the caloric content, because of the fat sitting in there. So even though I am not traveling, if I have to take this coffee, I am not going to put full cream milk in there, because I have come to understand that my body doesn't appreciate whole milk.
Okay.
It appreciates skimmed. It appreciates the lighter ones with low calories, with less of fat, and probably a healthier substitute as far as the fat is concerned. And then you have to eat mindfully and then savor your food. When I was researching, I came across a point that was like, just focus on what is sitting in the food. You are like, be happy about the food. And it's something we think people who like food or gluten, they are opediane.
Yeah.
But that is how it has to be. This is something you are putting in your body. So you should be in love with what you are eating. Don't just rush through the food you are eating.
Okay.
Like I've said here, I will say again, it takes up to 20 minutes for satiety signals to hit the brain. So if you are rushing through your food, you can have tummy upset, indigestion can set in. That's tummy upset with gastric related issues, because once digestion is kind of affected, because the smaller intestines can't really break it down, there would have to be a release of whatever they are struggling to work on into the larger intestines. That crossover causes gassing, bloating. Yeah. So you have a lot of people having this pouch, even women. Oh, me food intimate. Sometimes it has to do with how long you take to eat, because once it is difficult for the smaller intestines to do what they have to do, it means that there has to be a crossover for the larger intestines to be able to properly digest whatever it is the smaller intestines is struggling to work on. Yeah. And that causes a lot of problems. So you have this sound going on in your tummy.
The rumbling sound.
Yes, and it's very, very, very uncomfortable, especially if you have to be on a bus where you can have people closer to you. It's like, what is going on in this person's tummy? So you need to make sure you are eating well to avoid all that. And then I said focus on the food you are eating, eat slowly, work with the 20 minutes for the satiety signals to hit your brain. Yeah. And then you eat in silence.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain this any further.
Yeah, eat in silence.
Eat in silence, and then you stop when you are full. But as a nutritionist, I won't tell you to stop when you are full. Eat what you are supposed to eat. If, let's say, it is banku, a ball of kenke, your first size is the guide or the go-to. Okay. So you don't, if you are focusing on eat when you are full. If I have to take 3 balls before I feel that I'm full, it means that I'm abusing the protocol as far as nutrition is concerned. So eat with portions and quantity in mind. And then you eat food that helps you sleep well or make you relax. You are on a journey.
I think that's important.
If you are driving, you need to make sure you are mindful about certain nutrients, and I will go for magnesium and selenium rich foods.
Okay.
They are very, very good as far as calming you down is concerned. So this is foods to reduce stress. This will help you. I spoke about banana. You can have banana, and then garlic will form part of your meal. If, let's say, it is plain salad that I want to have, you can just beat it in a way that it will fit perfectly. There are people who chew it. I can't chew it. And then we have apples. So these are foods with some deposits of nutrients as far as magnesium, selenium is concerned, vitamin C for the lemons to help you as far as relaxation is concerned. They will obviously affect your blood pressure. Garlic, superfood. And so once your blood pressure is at bay or it's being taken care of, I think that it takes care of you as far as your stress and relaxation is concerned. So I want us to also focus on the selenium-rich foods, examples, and then the magnesium-rich foods. Watermelon, any day for me. So these are some of the examples of magnesium and selenium-rich foods. Make them part of your meal. And dairy forms part of the examples. But like I said, you know your body more than I would know your body. I know a lot of people are watching, and it's difficult for me to know how your tummies will accept all these. But you know yourself better. But sitting here, you can't go wrong with whole foods or high fiber food, no matter who you are. And then fruits and vegetables, excellent as far as magnesium, selenium is concerned. Eggs, any day. It works perfectly because
Super.
it stands even alone when we
Yeah.
are talking about traveling and
Yeah.
eating. So these examples can help you to make sure you have magnesium and selenium in you to make sure you are as relaxed as you can be. Kuku.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. This has been good. How can people, get in touch with you to find
Okay, so
out
on
more?
Instagram, you can follow and then DM at the Nutritionist Akosia. At the Nutritionist Akosia. On Facebook, Nutritionist Akosia. And you can WhatsApp me on nutrition on 0243 350206.
All right.
Why are you laughing?
We've been speaking with Abigail Akosia Akunedu Yadom, and she's been helping us to understand. Yes, she's going to kill me afterwards because I called her Abigail, but it's her name. So when you're WhatsApping her, mention Abigail.